What's up, everybody? Welcome to Marvelous Statues. As always, I'm George, and today we're going to take a look at the technological wizard and most of the time smartass of the Avengers. This is the Iron Man from the Avengers Assembles line by Sideshow Collectibles. All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome to another review. I'm very happy to have the Iron Man statue here to take a look at. Most of the time when I do a review, I go into a backstory of the character, but with the amount of movies that Iron Man has now been into, everybody pretty much knows the story of Iron Man. So I'm going to go to a little bit about what this suit is and what Sideshow's done. So Iron Man got his first appearance in Tales of Suspense issue 39. This was in 1963. Now in that comic, Tony Stark developed the Mark I. It's a gray looking suit, very bulky. But what we have here is Sideshow's take on the Mark V. Now this one didn't get its appearance until the Invincible Iron Man in 1976. So I think Sideshow did a pretty good job with making this look like something that took an homage to that version of the suit, but gave us a look at what it could be if it was more modernized or something that we would see in a movie today. So I think it's pretty neat. The statue is fairly simple to put together. I have an unboxing video already. If you guys want to check that out, you can see how this all goes together. It's very easy. It only has 3 sections: the base, the whole body, and the 2 portraits. This is the exclusive version. So the exclusive version has the more modernized looking helmet like this, or the classic looking helmet like this. This one looks pretty cool. So, you know, you have your options to display it either way, and we'll take a look at that through the review. So without further ado, let's get into this. All right, so starting out with the base, like I usually do, I know you're seeing it's wobble a little bit, but it actually does not wobble. I had this on a flat surface, and it was just fine. It's just when it's sitting on my Lazy Susan, it gets a little wobble here. So there's no need to worry about that if you're seeing this in the review here. The base, I think, is very cool. What I like about it is that it's not a just rounded base, you know, something very simple. They actually took and made a very artistic looking rock here. Looks like something that could be like floating in the air, you know, maybe Iron Man's fighting like Galactus or something like that, and he's on some kind of asteroid that's just floating. So I think that's kind of neat. Has a very nice look to it. The base actually holds the batteries beneath it. Very easy to put together. 3 AA batteries to power on the light feature that comes with it. So you can see that here. We'll go into that in a little bit. The paintwork on the base, I think, is what makes this thing jump out, stands out very nicely. I like that the top has this very dark grayish black platform to it, mixed in with all of these brown areas. It makes it look very vibrant to me. So very nice work there. Lots of nice little texture and rocks that they put into it. So beautiful looking job on the base. I think it's very nice. There's also a very strong magnet here in the right foot. So when you slide your left foot into the base, that's where it creates the power to light up the whole suit. The right foot is locked down very good with this magnet. So really nice design there. All right, so then moving on into Iron Man himself, I think they did a fantastic job. Starting out with the pose, I really like the dynamic attack pose that he has going on here, getting ready to blast somebody there with his left hand. I like that they kind of pulled it in a way to give it more of a dynamic appearance. So I think that's pretty cool. The suit itself is designed very well. Again, this is a modern take on the classic Mark V. Love what they did with the line work throughout the suit, giving a very nice, clean, very machine look to this. So very beautiful job. I've heard from plenty of artists that doing smooth surfaces is a nightmare. So this is very cool. Love what they did with the joint areas, you know, giving these overlapping pieces that make you believe that Iron Man can actually move in the suit. So I think that's cool. That's also displayed here in the abs. Again, overlapping plates there, and then also in the back. So it gives you that impression that Iron Man can move and is, you know, can be nimble in the suit. So I think that's very well done. I love how the hands look very dynamic, and you have like they're not just there and straight, they kind of have like a curl to them. You can see all of the little joints are sculpted in there and done very well. And then again, the same thing going on here in the neck as throughout the suit. You have very nice machined areas, which is very cool. Again, this suit has a light up feature, which I think is done very nicely, because when you turn it off, it equally looks nice. I like how they gave it a little blue hue around the chest plate, and again in the hands they did the same thing. And then with it on, it gives it kind of like a blue light. So I think that's done very nicely, very cool. Now in the unboxing video, if you saw it, I mentioned that how come they didn't take and light up the mask. Well, the classic suit for Iron Man didn't have a light up feature in the helmet. You can actually see Iron Man's eyes through the helmet. It was just meant to be more of a protective shield on him, rather than the one that we've come accustomed to seeing in the movies. So very neat design there with the lights. The portrait, just like with the rest of the suit, is done very good. I think they did an awesome job with this version of the helmet. It has a more modern take on the classic feel of it. So I love the line work that they have going on in his face. I think the angles are done perfectly. This is definitely a really cool suit to try to cosplay, I would say. Really cool. Really digging what they did here. And then, if you want to go full classic, you could take this off. It's got an extremely strong magnet. Hold it on. It pulls on it the minute I get close, so really nice. You could switch out to the classic portrait, which I like just as much as the regular version. Actually better, in my opinion, because if you have, or lucky to have, one of the original comics, you can have it sitting behind it, that would make it pretty neat. So one of the things that both stand out about this piece and have some little minor flaws is the paint application. I think they did a phenomenal job with the colors. Very, very vibrant. This thing just jumps out at you. Very awesome looking paint job. All of the red has like a metallic freckle to it, little like dust almost. So when you shine a light on it in just the right way, it glistens, which I think is really neat. Makes it look like it's a brand new suit. Now, the gold areas I think are done also very nicely. They're done more of a matte appearance in comparison to the red, which has a very good contrast, and I love that a lot. The thing about it that I'm not really feeling too much is that they decided to give a more scuffed or worn appearance to the gold areas. So there's areas here like in the knee, right around here also, that there's like a scuffing to it, which gives it kind of a worn appearance, which is weird because the red doesn't have anything like that on it. So think that if they had added that in with the red, then that would have made the whole thing kind of be a little coherent. So that is maybe a little bit of a design flaw, but it has some people thinking that they received their statue scratched. It's not scratched. It's meant to be like that. So just let you guys know. The areas here in the joints have a rusted appearance to it, or like oiled appearance to it, which I think is very nice. Makes it look like it's been used, so that's pretty neat. And then down here in the boots, I love how they decided to go with a more dirtied appearance to make it look like Iron Man's been in battle and in the thick of it. So I think that looks very cool. Love that effect that they have going on. I wish they would have put that a little bit more into the red around the suit, making him look like he's been in battle here for a while. So overall, though, I think the paint job is done extremely well. Very happy with the way that the whole sculpt came out in general. I think it's a great looking piece. Solid win from Sideshow, so good job. All right, so something I wanted to add to this review that I don't usually do, I've been being asked to and I always seem to forget, is giving you guys a dimensions and a weight, so you guys know what you're getting into. So Iron Man is a 1/5 scale statue, a little bit smaller than the usual quarter scales that I get, but he's got a pretty good decent height. Guy's standing right about 15¼ inches tall, just under 15¼ inches tall, so not too bad. Width, he is about 12 inches, a little over 12 inches from this end to this end. And then depth-wise, got to give you a little bit of an inch because his hand kind of sticks out from the base. Sitting right about 7 inches in depth. So not too bad. And then weight-wise, he's roughly about 7.2 pounds. So, not too bad. Very cool. So, overall, very happy with the way this statue came out. A really nice job by Sideshow. I think this is a home run for them. One of my favorite pieces of the Avengers line, Avengers Assemble line, was this one. So feel very fortunate that my buddy was actually able to get this one and let me take a look at it. Got to give him a shout out. Josh, I really appreciate that you let me take a look at this piece. It's a cool looking piece. Definitely something that any of you guys who got it probably agree with me. It's a very nice statue, something very cool to have in your collection if you're into Iron Man. So put the light on so you guys can see the light. Give you guys a look at that again. Really cool. I'm digging it. All right, guys, so that's my review of Sideshow's Iron Man from the Avengers Assemble. I hope you guys had a good time. If you did, give us a thumbs up. If you're new here, please hit subscribe. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you ever feel like chatting, and the Marvelous Statues group is always looking for new members, I left links in the description below for you guys to get to all of that. We're going to be coming back at you with more unboxings and more reviews like this one, so stay tuned for that. And until then, see you next time.